Okay, I think we have covered a lot for today. And for those of you who are following this topic on the VOCs, I hope you like what we tried to do today. Thanks to our colleagues from the Network Center who are leading this project together with the Ministry of Environment Japan, Dr. Fukunaga, Dr. Yuba, Dr. Mongfan. You see that we have arranged the topics also like understanding the methodology of how you monitor VOCs. And then we also elaborated on the science, secondary pollutants, like how VOCs are formed. We tried to do this. Afterwards, we had the presentation of experience in Thailand, like how do you now use this information to create policies in your country and implement emissions regulations. And we saw more of that from our examples from Chinese cities. And we would like to thank our colleagues also from Cleaner Asia, China office, particularly in helping us reach out to the cities in China to provide this kind of examples. So really, thank you very much. We would like to call our colleagues from the Environmental Management Bureau of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources in the Philippines, Engineer Marcelino Rivera. We are sorry you did not make it in the opening, but please come, and we are giving you this opportunity to hear your words with respect to this topic of VOCs. Engineer, please, Engineer Rivera, thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I was late this morning. I got stuck in the traffic. But anyway, allow me to recognize the participants from this workshop. Dr. Rojiro Ichikawa, researcher of the Atmospheric Environment Group at the Center for Environmental Science in Saitama. Dr. Toshimasa Ohara, research director at the Center for Environmental Science in Saitama. Dr. Kesine Unapumnuk, director of the Transboundary Air Pollution Subdivision in the Air Quality and Noise Management Division of the Pollution Control Department in Thailand. Mr. Yu Kamei, Director, Office for International Cooperation, Ministry of Environment, Government of Japan. Of course, Mr. Bert Fabian, our coordinator of the Secretariat for the EANET. Professor Meng Fan, Deputy Director General in charge of the Network Center for EANET, Asia Center for Air Pollution Research. Mr. Tian, Engineer, Shanghai Academy of Environmental Sciences. Dr. Feng Miao, Senior Engineer, the Chengdu Academy of Environmental Sciences. Colleagues from the Environmental Management Bureau, participants, both joining us online and in here. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of Assistant Secretary Gilbert Gonzalez, please allow me to thank you for attending this workshop on knowledge sharing for VOC-related activities in EANET. Thank you for your time to share your experience and insights on VOC emission control and minimizing its environmental impact. The Network Center for the Acid Deposition Monitoring Network in East Asia, as the implementation agency with the financial support of the Ministry of Environment of Japan and Environmental Management Bureau of the DNR, is conducting the EANET project entitled The Feasibility for Promotion of VOC-related Capacity Building in EANET. Now, this is in line with the work program and budget of the EANET in 2023, which was approved at the 24th session of the Intergovernmental Meeting on the EANET. This workshop on knowledge sharing for volatile organic compounds related activities in EANET is an important milestone because this will help foster collaboration and knowledge exchange among experts, researchers, and practitioners on the issues of VOCs. VOCs are noteworthy substances in achieving co-control of PM 2.5 and ozone because VOCs are common precursor of both PM 2.5 and ozone. Now, it is important to note that EANET reported in 2020 that PM 2.5 concentrations in EANET monitoring sites significantly exceeded World Health Organization air quality guidelines in 25 and 2021. The EANET data showed that ozone concentrations were more serious than PM 2.5 and that only a few monitoring sites complied with the WHO air quality guidelines. Because of this information, we believe that it is necessary to reduce both PM 2.5 and ozone, and we also need to understand the status of VOC concentration in the country. Considering that VOCs represent a complex mix of air pollution sources, such as mobile sources, industry, waste burning, and others. Now, we believe that there's a need to strengthen capacities in monitoring VOCs and also in formulating the regulatory framework of VOC management. Of course, associated with monitoring is the need to boost quality assurance and quality control systems to ensure that accurate monitoring information are collected that would help in formulating air quality guidelines and VOC emission control policies. I trust that the group of experts from the Network Center and EANET can be sustained, where we can continue to exchange ideas in the formulation of the National Implementation Plan in managing VOCs. Let us continue to collaborate on research through this project. I am positive that through this convergence, we can come up with internationally recognized and proven approaches that can be adapted on VOC management. Again, thank you very much and good morning, everybody.
Engineer Rivera, thank you very much for your commitment also in this project, and we look forward to further cooperating with the Environmental Management Bureau for further work on this VOC project. There are two more questions online. We cannot really answer them in full. One is on the impacts on public health, and one is on impact of climate change. VOCs, methane is part of VOCs, and methane is also a short-lived climate pollutant, and it impacts climate change heavily. Impacts on health, there will be many examples also from WHO. And again, it's dose response, meaning it depends how much time you are exposed, also from the examples provided by Dr. Cassini, and the amount of, or the dosage, the concentration you are exposed to. So this impacts it. Another question is on microsensors and VOCs. We will have some microsensor session in this BAQ conference, and actually our colleague Dr. Yuba is an expert on this topic. And but briefly, it depends. Like you can program some microsensors to monitor VOCs depending on the situation, but we will hear more on this on some other sessions in this conference. So again, I'd like to thank all of you, and now it's my pleasure to call our colleague and Professor Meng, who is the Deputy Director General for EANET at the Asia Center for Air Pollution Research. He's been with CRES, the Chinese Academy for Environmental Sciences, for quite some time before joining us in EANET, and we learn a lot from him in terms of guidance on these issues and on EANET. Professor Meng, please. Thank you.
So, good morning, distinguished participants of this workshop. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate this successful workshop on behalf of Network Center. So, as you may already know, EANET, we have just expanded our scope to covering wider atmospheric environmental issues. And VOC is one of our major concern, and also the focus of the EANET. So therefore, EANET, we start this VOC project. Actually, this workshop is one of the activity of this workshop. So this workshop aim to share the knowledge and experience and to promote the comprehensive understanding and collaboration in the EANET related research activities and also the EANET control, VOC control activities. So for this workshop, we have around 100 in person, no, 100 total, and we have 62 the new number so in online for this workshop, including the government official, scientists from inside and outside our EANET countries. So during this workshop, actually the speakers present and introduce a new development of VOC related to science, and especially very complicated VOC with ozone, with SOA, so very complicated issues, and also cause a problem in the control policy making. And the presenter also introduced our newest monitoring technology, and which is also EANET will focus on the activities. And also presenter present the emission and trend and control, and also provide us many successful appearance of the control cases in country of China and country in Japan and especially in Thailand. And Thailand also present very important issue about standard and guideline. So this is a very to me it's a very informative and very successful workshop. And we also have a very active and intensive discussion. So unfortunately, we don't have enough time. I believe we will continue our discussion and sharing after this workshop. So we will see a project is one of EANET projects, which is supported and led by the Ministry of Environmental Japan. And this year we have China, Mongolia, Philippines, Japan participant. And for the next year, we'll have Cambodia, China, Japan, Mongolia, Philippines, Vietnam, 6 countries. So this the insight of expert and innovative strategy and successful story present on this workshop will pretty much help for the EANET project, as well as a control of VOC in the EANET countries. So we look forward to following activities and development in the EANET participant country, and also cooperation among all the relevant parties. So in closing, I would like to thank all the speakers and participants for their contribution. And we'd like to thank Clean Air Asia and EPP of Philippines for their continued support, especially for support of this workshop. And I would like to thank BAQ staff and our colleague from Network Center and Secretariat. So for all the people involved in organizing this workshop for your effort. Thank you very much.